but we also covered,
Family, mindset, or financial.
okay, got it. So we really only had
Financial.
more financial to do, right?
Mhm.
Okay, all right, so you want to talk about that? So the goals were to be a specific time, date, achievement, and the one we hadn't covered was financial. So what were some of the goals that you had for yourself, Michael?
Money as well. So I would like to start to buy again next year, and I want to put aside $10,000 for a down payment as well.
Okay,
So that's something that I need to come up with a good plan for as well. And I was thinking about putting $500 aside from the commission checks as well for that.
okay. So next year, you're talking broad spectrum,
The end of the year.
2015? The end of
the year.
2015? Okay, so a little more specific. So by December of 2015, which gives you a year and a half.
Correct.
Okay, so if you look at being a relatively new agent and looking at those amounts that you're telling yourself that you're going to achieve, how is that going to translate in course? Well, here's the question.
Today's Tuesday.
Yes, it is Tuesday. We get together in 2 weeks, so what's something you can commit to doing?
I can commit to, I'm going to commit to making 10 contacts per day for 3 days straight.
10 contacts for
Yeah.
3 days in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, and John, you had said, let me find you, you were gonna get your door knocking materials together,
I got it done that day.
good, and you were gonna work out?
Yeah. Well, it was like work, it was,
Oh,
when we were
make
talking about
more
making
schedule.
promises.
Yeah.
And
you-
don't, if you say you're gonna do it. So I did. Of course, this weekend it didn't work
No,
out.
no, that's
because
fine. You have scheduled time off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you have to do it all the
Mhm.
time. You want to stick to what you say, but you have to give yourself periods of rest.
So I
Okay.
promised myself I'd work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and
Uh-huh.
I did. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Of course, well, here's the question. How's it going to translate to your transactions and your commissions?
Well, what I would need to do is take a look at my goals again and make sure that my business plan is in line with what I want to accomplish for my personal financial goals as well. So I've got the $800 that I'd like to put aside per transaction for my emergency fund,
Mhm.
and then more for this. So I just need to double check and make sure that everything would be
Yeah, go back and look at that. And don't say would like to.
will.
Thank you.
Will.
Will. No ifs, no maybes, none of that, because it doesn't happen if you do it that way.
Yeah.
So we were talking about commitment. We did a whole thing on that last week. Now, what I wanted to go over real quick before we get to questions and stuff is a couple of things they talked about in the meeting today. They talked about affirmations, they talked about mindset, and they talked about focus. Do you guys have affirmations that you say? I know we have ones downstairs when you're in circle jerk that you say, but do you have your own affirmation?
Yeah, I do.
yeah.
I have them
Yeah.
written on a 3x5 card on my
Good.
desk.
Okay, so you guys already still have them.
Mhm.
Would you do me a favor next week? Bring your affirmations. I'm gonna have everybody say their affirmations to each other in the group.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys already have them, so you don't have to make new ones. Do you guys do any mindset activities?
Okay, in the past, we've talked about everybody has to have a schedule. I have Amanda's, I have Michael's. You were gonna, colorize yours, have you done that yet?
Yes, I have. I'll resend it to you.
Okay, that'd be great. Okay, Michael's in color. Thank you. Can you get that to me today?
Mhm.
Okay. Tana,
I'll
where's
work
yours?
on getting that to you today as well.
But it's done?
Yes.
Good job.
I'm just a little, I worked till 8 o'clock last night.
No, that's okay. You don't, no excuses necessary, but you'll send it to me. Send
Yes.
today, great. And then I'll check with Mary and Darla, okay. And then, we had discussed in the past the 100 things list that everybody was working on. You said you were doing really well on yours. Have you finished?
No, I have not finished.
Okay, you've been working on it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about you?
82.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm at 82. What number are you on?
I think I'm around 70.
Yeah, you were in the 70s before.
I
Good.
still am.
Good. What about you? Have you finished yours? I figured you had. I'm just asking.
Because in the next meeting, we're gonna go over our business plans and kind of see where we're at. Are we on track where we need to be? Are we ahead? Are we behind? So that,
Yeah, I gave you the business plan, and that's the last time I even looked at it.
Good, I'm glad that you admit that, okay? But you wanna look at them, okay? And see, okay, this is what I said I was gonna do, where am I at? Where do I need to be?
It's hard once you get into the higher numbers because then like when you're thinking about them, it kind of starts to become a little redundant and you know, some of the other ones are very similar. So I'm trying to make everything very, very different, you know, and not have anything be similar on what I want, so.
Are you thinking big enough?
Yeah.
Thinking really big?
I think too big sometimes, I think. No such thing, right?
Nah, tell him.
No, I mean, one of my biggest is, and I'm like, okay,
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I
You're
did
a
all this
great
business
agent,
recently,
Stefan.
because I prospected to my SOI, and all of a sudden, all this business started.
So I'm really glad that you picked this. You picked this as your commitment to make 10 contacts 3 days in a row. You know, it takes 3 weeks about to make a habit, sometimes more,
Mhm.
sometimes less.
Mhm.
So gosh, if you could do 3 days of 10 contacts a day every week, just 3 days. And you do that for 3 or 4 weeks in a row,
It'll be a habit, and I
it'll
can
be
grow
a
it from there.
habit. That's right.
His book, what I listened to, was really, it was an audio book, but it's all about taking little steps.
That's it, right here. Okay, so, this is just gonna be like a 3-minute little thing. So, think about a regular work day, okay? Any day of the week that you want, okay?
Okay.
So on one side is, okay, let me run through my work day just real quick. What are the things that I love about my work day? What are the things that you don't like, don't do well, and I just called it loathe, because that's what he put in there. So what would it be? Just real quick, just brainstorm and write them down on either side. I'll do mine. You can finish this on your own, but let's share what you've got, okay? Amanda, you wanna go first?
It's all about the compound effect. You start out taking little steps, you're not really paying attention to it, but before you know it, you're way up here taking giant steps.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Okay, so our homework, bring your business plan, look at it, review it before we get together in 2 weeks. Bring your affirmations. And if you guys do have something that's coming up on a regular basis that you think is throwing you off your focus, write it down, and we'll talk as a group together to try and figure out how to get it back.
Okay, so bring business plan. What else?
Business plan,